Hey folks, long time no see. Some of you might never have seen me before because there are a lot of new subscribers to my channel. And so let me introduce you myself. My name is Ronald. I'm the host of this decent channel with now about 340 subscribers, which is about 330 more subscribers more than I ever have expected when I started to record videos about Dungeon Universalis. And so very welcome all new and all the existing, the long existing followers. And yeah, it's time for a small update for this channel. And I wish I could tell you that this is the reprint second edition of Dungeon Universalis, but it isn't. This is the old edition, and like most of the backers, the shipping for the international backers hasn't started yet, and so we have to wait. The guys in Spain already have their Spanish version, but now the rest of the world is waiting. And from my latest information is that the shipping is will start from Germany, where the hub for all the international sendings is, and so it will start at the end of October. And then I think here in Germany we were getting served first because of the distance, and so the rest of the world will be get it after that. But these are only my expectations. I don't don't take it too seriously, please. Okay, so what's going on here? At the beginning of the year, I started another YouTube channel where I introduce other dungeon crawlers, adventure games, Kickstarters, and make unboxings of them and tell what's going on with them, if I like them or not. And I want to recommend it to you to have a look at it. But sadly, or for the most of you, it is in German, so it's not relevant for the most of you. But for the other guys that are understanding German, it may be a lot of improvement because I'm a very better speaker in German, and the videos are really funny, I guess. Or I try to be funny, and much more funny than in English. And so you may have a look at it. I've introduced a lot of crawlers like Chronicles of Junagor, Arena, The Contest, Darklight, Memento Mori, and I made some live streams playing them. Maybe you want to have a look at them. Okay, enough of advertisement. So what's going on with Done? We are all waiting for the delivery, so I cannot give you any cool news about it. I just can recommend to read my review of Done Basic, of the basic rules at Board Game Geek. So you can choose if you want to start with Done, playing it with the basic rules, or with the advanced or the standard rules of Dungeon Universalis, the former standard rules. So in conclusion, I can say playing the basic rules is okay. It's fine if you want to really if you want to dive fast into the world of Dungeon Universalis and you to start really fast. Then this is a good option. You may lose some of the immersion because there are some Dungeon Universalis is living. For me, it's living from the advanced rules, for the nitty-gritty rules, that there's a rule for everything. There are modificators for everything, bonus, and what maybe you have already have an imagine of this or not. There are rules for everything, and so this is what makes Dungeon Universalis great for me, to have a really deep RPG feeling. And playing with the basic rules I cannot say this firsthand because I haven't tried playing this the basic rules. Just from what I have read is that it may be not so immersive like playing with the other rules, but it is much easier to learn and much easier to handle. And so you have to decide for yourself if you want to do it the hard way and learn the standard rules, the advanced rules, whatever, however you want to call them, or if you want to try it at first with Done Basic. Sadly, there's no real way to upgrade them, to start with the Done Basic rules and then make an upgrade and learn the rest of them. So there's some of the advanced rules will replace the basic rules completely. Some of the basic rules are in addition to the advanced rules. It's not that easy, and there is no guide to that tells you, oh, if you have played the basic rules now we have a look at what's the difference. I've figured out some of the changes from the advanced rules to the basic rules, or otherwise around, and you can have a look at them at Board Game Geek, and then you have to decide on your own. You will get both of the rule sets with the revised edition, and then it's your option, your opinion, no, your option. My English hasn't got some improvement, I guess, to the first videos, but it's not the best. Okay, but it I think it works. Okay, is there anything I can tell you? Yep, there is. This is a question that has already been asked a lot of. Where to start? Start with the great campaign, start with a small campaign, start with one shot, never start. Okay, this is I can recommend to start with the great campaign, because the smaller campaigns are integrating into the great campaign. At some point in the great campaign, you may choose to proceed with a great campaign, or to have a break and start a small campaign inside of the great campaign with all your characters at the current state. This is a floating state. You can always drop off from the small campaign and go back to the large one. No problem at all. And you can do this. This is also recommended because the first quests of the great campaign act like a kind of tutorial. It's not like a tutorial you may know from other crawlers where you get everything explained while playing this, but it's the first scenario is you learn the combat rules in the skirmish scenario. Then you will have the first crawling when you're entering a bandit's den, and so you will learn more and more of the mechanics of the game. And so this is what I can recommend. There are also two other, if I remember it correctly, and I will show it to you here on the screen. There are two other scenarios that work as a kind of a tutorial, that are independent quests, so kind of one-shots. You can just create a character or use one of the predefined, and then start right off and yeah, try it. This is another option. But I just recommend start the great campaign, the first great campaign. The second one I haven't seen yet, so I'm very excited for this. And so I cannot say anything if you can choose from one or the other. What I expect is to play first the great campaign from the original box, and then the second campaign. But this is just maybe you can just start right away with the new campaign. So I'm sorry if this is confusing. I'm just assuming what's going on. So if you're already a player and you haven't had a look at the new rules, I can tell you there are a lot of changes what's going on with the AI of the artificial dark player. There are a lot of changes of the general behavior. They are more specific, but there are also changes in the target selection. You also have some mechanics that you have to spread the attacks of an AI-controlled monster that can attack more than once in a turn. So it tries to attack more than one hero as its first target priority. And also the cards themselves have changed, so there are new AI rules. That's what I wanted to say, and this may be a lot of fun. I've already tried out most of the new, and because I got a preview of them, and yep, they work better than the other ones, but it's still a lot of work to make them work, because we are playing Dungeon Universalis and not just Chronicles of Drunago. And this is no critic, it's just as it is. Maybe you've also played Drunago, and this is pretty straightforward compared to each other, compared to any other crawler, and also compared to Dungeon Universalis. Okay, but now we don't want to talk about other games. Okay. So new AI rules, and then there's something I've seen. I posted I give you the link, and I show it on the display. I figured out all the changes from the old rulebook to the new one and posted them into a thread at BoardGameGeek. And there were a lot of changes, minor changes, major changes, also some, but there's also a lot of stuff going on with the balancing of the high-leveled parties. So there were problems. They got if they earned too much experience, they got overpowered, and there was a problem. Or the bosses were too heavy to be. They had too much health points according to the old rules. There are a lot of changes now. If the value points from the old party is from the party is too high, or higher than a specified amount, then there will be changes to avoid this. And these changes, I don't want to go in detail, you will see them on their own. There are changes for the leader, there are changes for the monsters. They may make it much more complicated than I hope that it will be. Maybe this is just my personal opinion. Maybe they make it more complicated than before, and they make the problem bigger than they were before. Okay, before the problems were so big that some guys don't wanted to proceed in the campaign because the party was too overpowered. But and so this is a bad situation if the problems are now even bigger. But we have to see. From what I have seen, there are now some tables you have to follow. If you are above 70 value points in your party, then you have to do these modificators. If you are above 120, then you have also do, in addition, other modificators, and so on and so on. And this may be really complicated, because the new material, the monster AI cards, I hope you have added them to your pledge, because they were an add-on. The monster AI cards with all the stats and configurations for the monsters don't come with these modificators in the that you have to apply when you are high leveled. So you always have to think about it, that you have to add them on your own when you're playing. But it's as before, Dungeon Universalis is not an easy and not maybe even not a gateway game. This is for role-playing game lovers, for kind of experts, I guess, and you have to deal with it. And let's see. This is just my opinion from the theory. We will have all have a look. I'm very excited, and I'm going to end this now because I can't tell you anymore. At the moment, I'm very excited and for the new parcels coming and what's inside. A lot of new stuff, I hope, a lot of updated stuff, and let's see what kind of video coverage I can make in the future. Tell me in the comments if what you want to see. Tell me if you liked it or not, this video, so I can improve this in the future. And for the moment, I just can say it's a long time that I've done an English video, so okay. For the moment, I just want to thank you for watching this. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing now, whatever. If you're speaking German, please check out my other channel. Check out my Instagram if you want to. And I hope we will see you in the future soon. Bye. Have a good day.